There we go. All right. Yeah, have your drawing things nearby, get comfortable and like, loose and stretched out in whatever way you want to. This, yeah, as I said, this is going to be silly. Just enjoy it. So I'm just making a little example for you right now. But what we're going to do is use a single drawing surface. Like I would say page, but some of you are on tablets, so whatever your thing is, we're gonna have like a single canvas or a single piece of paper and divide it in half. I've just drawn a line down the center of mine. And then I put this phrase right at the top of each section. And it's an unfinished phrase. It's a phrase with an ellipsis. The words that are there say, "My mind is like," and then there's the little dot, dot, dot. So I'm just going to drop that in the chat so that you can read it. And I put that same phrase with the ellipsis at the top of each section. So I've made just 2 sections by drawing that line in the middle. There we go. Yeah, when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. I don't want to rush you. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So we're going to fill up one section at a time. First one on the left, and I'm keeping the instructions on this minimal because it will be you'll be using your imagination more, which is fantastic. So we're gonna answer this, we're gonna finish this sentence. We're gonna finish the phrase, but instead of using a word there below, we're going to finish it with a creature. So basically draw a creature that represents something about the way your mind works. Yeah, and this, like, it doesn't have to fully explain your mind. It can be like one aspect, or it can be today. How's your mind working today? And some creature, real or imagined, that represents that. Is that clear? Does anyone have any questions? Clear enough? Okay, great. I am going to put music on. Uh, if you want your own music, just mute us and play something that you really like, because I think that's the best way to do this, is enjoying yourself. But yeah, I've got some, I think very appropriate music for this exercise. There we go. All right. How is everybody doing? Yeah, do those thumbs ups mean that you're done? Because for this class, I think it's really fun to share as we go. You don't have to be done. In fact, if you're still drawing, you can keep doing that while people are sharing. Just keep going. Um, Maybe to give everyone a little bit more time drawing, I'll show mine first, and then we'll move on to everybody else. Okay, yeah. Um, so this is my drawing of a scorpion, which I mostly did from memory, and then I got to the head and the front arms, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is so I had to Google it and be like, okay. Also, scorpions' faces, I have no idea what they actually look like, but there's my little guy, he's like pretty mad. Um, and I actually am not sure why this came to mind. This is something I enjoy about this exercise because, like, I didn't feel like I had enough time to get like just the right thing. And this came up and I was like, okay, let's see. And I think maybe more than expressing how my mind is working right now, it's just expressing like a feeling and sort of a thing that's going on where yeah, I'm a little bit like mad at the world for just being how it is today. Um, Definitely like struggling with some challenging questions for myself and just I want to just be able to like snap at people and just like stab the problem and make it go away. So I think this is not like showing how my brain kind of functions, but this is where the impulses are. This is where my like state of mind is right now. Um, yeah. So that's what I've got, and I'm very interested to see what you guys came up with. So does anybody want to kick us off sharing what your mind is like, creature-wise?
I can go ahead quickly. It's terrible, by the way. But anyway, I'm just
Fantastic.
explaining how I feel. Uh, so I actually draw two ostriches.
Oh, can you bring it a bit closer?
I
That was
can. I don't know if I
wonderful.
don't know if I want to
Okay,
actually.
okay, okay.
I have no idea ostriches actually look like very much. I never drew an ostrich in my life, and so I was like, I think it's kind of like this.
Uh-huh.
But it was kind of like the running around
Hmm.
and putting my head on the sand and like just shutting everything out. So it's like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in that piece of like running and trying to do all this stuff, and then it's like I just at the same time part of it just wants to shut it down and just like put my head on the sand and not care.
Yeah. That's a great one. That also could be representing my mind today a little bit.
Maybe it's something in the stars. I don't know.
Yeah, well, also because you're here in Newfoundland, it sounds like you were talking about sparks earlier. And we just had all this snow, which today caused me to be behind on everything I planned, which meant, yeah, I was like scrambling, and that maybe that's what we're all dealing with is like,
A lot of snow.
yeah, and it changes your plans and it changes how long it takes to do things, and it also does make me want to just stay in bed. Just stay in bed all the day, or at least in my house, but I had to leave today.
Yeah.
Thank you. I loved your ostrich drawings. And if you ever like are trying to draw something and you can't figure it out, like I just Googled the scorpion just now, so you could just look up a picture. Um, Obviously it's also fun to just do it from your memory as best you can. So, it's all good. Any option is just fine. Yeah, thanks. Okay, who would like to share next? Yeah, Tracy, I see you waving.
So, I teach grade 3.
Mhm.
So
Oh, that's
There you go.
fantastic.
that's me today. That's my
I
mind.
love
Like
it.
that.
I mean, it says a lot. You don't have to explain it at all. Yeah. It's really all out there. Okay, thank you. That's fantastic. Would
And
anyone
I'm
else like to
gonna do
go?
this with my kids.
Sorry, and you,
I'm gonna do this with my kids.
yeah, it's a good check-in. It can be just totally silly or like,
Yeah, and it doesn't have to take very long. It can just be short and quick and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you'll like the next one we do too then. Okay, thank you, Tracy. Who would like to go next?
You can go.
Yeah, Holly.
Here's my
Wow.
see
Yeah. Is it so there's a little mouse in the bottom? Is that you, or is it like your mind is like the whole picture?
I made it like my mind was the mouse,
Mm,
but that's not necessarily. It could be that it's the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing, especially about drawing, but also just about imaginations in general. Like, you don't have to be a singular object in your drawings. You can be an environment of things, and they don't have to be real or make any sense to anybody. But yeah, that's wonderful. Did you want to say anything more about it, or just like showing us?
I don't know, just like finding the really interesting lit up path of things right now, and then seeing what comes after you find one, and then where does it go
Mm.
next, and then yeah, exploring that and kind of just being like, I don't want to go near the other boring things that are around there.
Ooh.
So forget that. I'll just go for the shiny, colorful things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cute. Yeah. Oh, Paula just put in the chat that we're missing Megan today. That's so nice.
Yeah. John's on days now. So he's doing normal bedtime.
Oh, sweet. Right. It's yeah,
like
probably.
late bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, but she loved it too. I'll bring her
Yeah.
again. Don't worry, if you don't mind.
She is welcome. Yes, she is always welcome. Lovely. Thanks for sharing, Holly. Does anyone else want to go?
Yeah, I can go. I like actually really related to the scorpion once you were talking about it. I also have been wanting to stab people today or things. This is what I can.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. What would you call this?
Yeah, I don't know. Like a hippo, alligator, cow? Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting
Yeah.
a bit of like a dinosaur vibe because of the way the little
Yeah.
arms are like a T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah.
But this, yeah, the spot's also
Safe to
true.
say, it doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Now is that, yeah, I saw the word balloon there says you're doing a bad job. So that's like your mind,
Yeah,
what it wants to say to you or to the
yeah,
world or like
to
everyone
me.
or oh, I see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've got a what did you say? A alligator cow, what was it? Hippo cow?
Yeah, alligator, hippo, cow, dinosaur.
That's like your version of like, some people have like a critic or a drill sergeant or something. You've got
I
like an
have an
alligator
inner,
hippo
yeah, I
cow.
definitely have an inner critic. But it's like it actually made me feel a lot better to draw it as something so ridiculous. I was like, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't feel this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Yeah, this is like 100% why I enjoy this exercise because like I could not have told you to do that and you just like knew for however, even if you were like, what am I doing? At some point there was a part of you that knew that was like a good thing for you, for what you're feeling, which is just a joy for all of us to witness. Thanks for sharing, Sophie. Yeah. Jackie, do you want to today?
Yeah, I wasn't going to, and then because of Holly's, I am because I also did a mouse.
Oh, yay. Is that, yeah, what are the lines around it? Is it like
It's like
theme or
nervous, anxious
Mm,
energy. Yeah,
relatable?
yeah. That's all I got to say.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, lovely. Well,
Does your
thank
mouse want
you.
to come visit my mouse and go for shiny objects, Jackie?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You both have an inner mouse that just needs a buddy. Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you for indulging me in that silliness. I'm gonna ask you now to take it up to 11 because the other side of the page, which has the same phrase written at the top, we're gonna do the same exercise, but the way we're gonna finish the sentence for this one is with a type of food. Okay? Silly. Yes, yes. Crank up the weird. You have my permission. Not that you need it. Yeah, so we're just gonna take another couple songs to figure out what the hell that is. Oh, what should it be this time? Here we go. All right. How are you guys doing? Do you want another song to draw? Or are you ready in the same way that you were ready last time? Thumbs up is like, yeah, I'm nearly there. I mean, you can keep drawing as people talk. Yeah. So, I mean, does anyone else want to volunteer to go first? Because I'm happy to start us off again. But if anyone's like, me, then you can also do that. Okay, maybe not. That's okay. This one also just like came to me really clear, and I don't know. We're gonna dissect it. It's just an overfilled ice cream cone that is melting on everything. Just like way too much ice cream, can't be eaten fast enough, dripping down the hands, everything's getting sticky. That's what's going on up here. I mean, it's pretty literal as far as like I just have a lot of things going on right now, and there's definitely a feeling where all of them are really, really good things. I'm like excited and happy that I'm doing them all, and it's like running all over the place, and I'm not keeping up with it all that well. So I have to kind of learn either to adjust that or like to give some of this up. But for today, this is how it feels, and not every day does it feel this way, but. Yeah, a little melty, a little like kind of want to just turn into soup. Just give up on the whole cone idea. I don't know. Anyway, that's me. Does anyone else want to go?
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So I did a pizza cartoon,
Oh, nice.
but I don't think it's my mind is like a pizza.
Yeah, but you were drawing pizza. I mean, we could talk about how that's so good.
And
That's
pizza is
fantastic.
delicious, but
Mhm.
my mind is more like your melty ice cream. But
Yeah. Well, pizza can be smothered in melty, oily cheese. That's there's
it can
certainly
be
a
a
melty presence.
messy pizza. There we
Mm,
go. Messy mind, messy pizza.
there you go. Yeah. Also just delightful seeing like the glasses on the top, and it just really fit. It really looked like that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had to take a call. Can I see it again?
Yeah, yeah, hold up the pizza again. It's so great. Yeah. Perfect. Also love the detail. You have like either seeds or maybe just little like dust on the crust and stuff. Like
Seeds, yep. So the sesame seeds.
amazing.
The seed
Yeah.
seeds. But yes, I like the pockets too.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I actually kind of at first I thought that the hands were like on hips, like a little grumpy, but then it seemed very happy to me, so pockets make more sense.
Right.
Nice. Thank you, Tracy. Does anyone else want to share?
You can go. Okay. It's a
Ooh.
spaghetti sandwich. It's like a little
Oh.
bit threatening. Yeah, you guys are learning a lot about me.
I've never heard of a spaghetti sandwich before.
Yeah, no, it also doesn't exist. I hope.
You never know. I mean, there are
No.
meatball subs. It seems like not a stretch to just put pasta on them also,
It's true.
right? Someone here is like, maybe I will try this. Maybe I will eat this. Also, but the way that you shaded it, it did look vaguely threatening. It just, I didn't clock that until you said it and then was like, oh, that's what it is. Yeah, beautifully done. Did you want to say anything about why?
Oh, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff in there that like probably shouldn't go together.
Many carbs. Oh, too many carbs in one place.
Yeah, it's also like somewhat ironic that this came to mind because I can't eat gluten, so I feel
Me
like
neither. Yeah.
So I was like, what's the thing that makes me feel that would make me just feel the worst? Yeah. I have also been watching and reading a lot of zombie content. So as I'm looking at this, it does seem like the pasta is a little bit animated.
Okay.
I don't know if that was part of my process.
Interesting. Yes. Yes. That I don't know how to connect those things, but I like it. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing it. I think I don't want to analyze it any further. I'm just enjoying it now. Who would like to go next?
I can go.
Yeah, Holly.
Mine is a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah. Wow. It's big. It's
Big
like it's a
bowl of
pile.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, it's massive. So yeah, I feel like it's like my brain right now is like, yeah, just like it's kind of the same as the other one a bit, with like these connections and different things kind of mixed together, and it's like delicious too. So there's like positive kind of factor of some of it. But also I'm on prednisone right now and it's making me crave spaghetti all the time. So
Okay.
I keep eating bowls of spaghetti. So it's like my brain is thinking about spaghetti and it's like spaghetti. It's spaghetti everywhere.
Yeah. You're like spaghetti is on your mind. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. I think that spaghetti or some form of noodle is a consistent part of this class. Like whenever I've taught this class, somebody draws noodles, most often specifically spaghetti.
I've done spaghetti before.
I feel like because of the brain looks like a
Maybe.
brain.
Like when you were a kid and went to a haunted house, your parents might have put noodles in a bowl and had you reach in where you can't see it and you're just touching and it's like, this is brains. I think that might be where it comes from. And they had like peeled grapes to make it seem like they were eyeball. Yeah, anyway, it's a whole thing.
I just find that it's funny because spaghetti noodles it's my comfort food. Even when I
Yeah.
used to go out and arrive home at wee hours in the morning, I would make a bowl of spaghetti noodles with butter and salt, and it didn't matter what time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so but I didn't draw spaghetti at all. And then when I saw you with spaghetti, Sophie and Holly, I was like, I can't believe I didn't even thought about spaghetti because it's my
Yeah.
comfort food. Yeah, butter noodles is the best. I guess I'll just share mine since I'm talking. But it's funny because I start as doing a bagel with a fried egg, but at the same time, I also wanted to do I also
So
wanted to do
cute.
I wanted to do but it's also kind of a bowl of soup, and I'll explain. I know it doesn't make sense.
Wow. Okay.
I'm Portuguese, I know, but I'm Portuguese, and one of the soups that is very traditional in Portugal, it's this broth with lots of cilantro and bread, has a sourdough bread at the bottom, and then you put the broth, and then you boil the eggs in that broth, so it's almost like.
Oh,
And my kid wanted it tonight, even though I am in Newfoundland. I've been in Newfoundland for 20 years. My kids are born here. But anyway, but he's like, you need to make that Portuguese food. But it's like, well, we don't have cilantro right now that is fresh. So I think my brain, but it kind of looks like a bowl with that stuff too.
yeah.
So I was kind of like trying to do one and the other, and then get this mixed up of like this oversized bagel that is
Yeah.
bowl with an egg. So anyway, but it kind of also represents like all the mix-up things that are happening with my brain too. So I think it works well at the end. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I was gonna ask. So what does it mean to you, if anything?
Yeah. I think it's just going back to the ostrich too, is that like action, 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 and bearing my head, because I just part of you have to do it, but you want to avoid it. Yeah, like it's just yeah, I don't know.
I've definitely seen like like a fried egg before representing someone's brain for sure. It's very easy to relate that actually.
The
Yeah.
name and the picture.
hmm Yeah. Cool. No, I think those are great. I love that your food option, because initially when I said do a creature, I was like, it could be real or imagined. And you've given us like a hybrid, like imagined food combination quantum bagel with egg soup I don't know. Like yeah, it's great. There's not often as much, like the food one is a little bit more direct, interestingly enough, than the creature. So I like that. Thanks, Paula. Jackie, do you feel like going for this one? Yeah.
Yeah, I the things I drew were oatmeal and a platter of like Ethiopian food, like
Ooh, yeah.
it's different mushy things.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, yeah, it's kind of, it's late for me right now. Like I don't tend to do things at night because I get up
Mhm.
at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah. But the drawing that I want to show,
Mhm.
I thought of it because you were talking at the beginning about drawing without a reference.
Mhm.
And I tried to draw Scrooge McDuck without a reference, and it is so funny.
Oh, good. Oh, that's
Like,
amazing. Reminds me of Tracy's creature, actually, just a little with the
but then I
spiky.
redeemed myself.
The oh wait, not that one, the one above. But yeah, that one because Tracy just looked up. This is the one that looks like yours. Just a little. That's amazing. Yeah, Scrooge McDuck. I haven't like thought about that character in ages, but that's a good,
I
brain
love my first
approximation.
time trying to draw something and how terrible it almost always comes out. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's so good. Well, it's like, have you ever tried to draw like a dog from memory? You're like, I know what a dog looks like. But then you start drawing it and you're like, wait, do their legs go like that? This doesn't make sense. Why does it look like a bear? Like it's so confusing. Um,
I was thinking if ostriches had 2 or 4 legs, this is how bad it was.
yes.
I have chickens in my backyard, so I obviously like it was like, oh, how many legs does an ostrich have? So I get it.
That's amazing. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but yeah, I love that. Yeah, they're like I see these things every day. Why can't I call them up in this moment? Um, okay, so for the next just couple minutes, because we've been in this like very funny, abstract, silly land that I love so much, I'm gonna give you just a minute to quietly, I'm not gonna do any music for this one because it will be brief, but it will also be words. And yeah, this one I'm saying is I intend it to be for you so that you just kind of have this to keep for yourself and do with it what you will. If you want at the end, if you guys want to share, then we can do that. Um, but just find a little space that you can make a note to yourself. You can draw this or just write it down. I think writing it down is the fastest option. Um, because what we're gonna do now is just take a minute to reflect on something about the specific person that you are, something about this way of being that is yours. That if the people in your life knew this thing, your communications or your relationship could be easier. Um, yeah, it's a hard thing to direct, but basically you could think about it as something about you that you would communicate to ask for basically understanding about it or help with it in your relationships. I'm like tempted to give an example, but it would be so specific to me that I don't know if it would really help. And I just want to give you like a minute or two. You could like journal if you wanted, or you might find something there, or you could think through an interaction or a type of interaction that you have where you're like, oh, if this person just understood, then we could do this a lot better. If you have any questions, just chat them at me. And I'm just going to give us like a minute or two of quiet so people can think while they want to write and reflect. And when you're ready to move on, give me a thumbs up. I'll just track everyone. Okay. Yeah, if you want to share, we can do that. But this, yeah, as I said before, is much more for you just to sort of have that little piece of knowledge. And then we're gonna finish with one more thing that's a bit more ridiculous. All right. So, um, for the last thing we do after, taking a serious moment, I just want to bring us back out into having some fun with the things we created before and do the absolutely logical thing and make a drawing with your creature and your food interacting in some way together. This one doesn't have to explain your mind at all. This is just for fun. But it can. Maybe there's some wild insight waiting for you and these creatures interact. But how they interact, entirely up to you. Let your imagination run wild. No need to hold back at this point, especially with everything we've done so far today. And yeah, we'll just spend another like song or two, one song maybe, because we only have 10 minutes left, and then come back and we can show each other our very silly drawings and call it a night. Wow, it looks like you guys are already off to the races. You're already doing it. That's great. I've just got to pick something for us to listen to. And if nobody objects, I think it's going to be Weezer. Just need to find it in my stuff. Here it comes. Aha. see, how much time do we have? Okay, we only have 5 minutes left, so you may super not be done with this, but it's a silly drawing anyway. It does not have to be perfect. We want to give each other a chance to laugh before before we depart. Sorry about that. We can go around one at a time, or maybe what we can do is just everyone hold them up and give each other time, like to, try to see them all at once. I really love seeing the whole screen just like filled with these very silly drawings. So, yeah, if you're ready, let's see the mouse. Let's see oh yes, everyone. I want to be able to see too. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're all so good. Wow. You guys can come off mute if you want to talk too. It doesn't have to be just me laughing at everybody. And if there's anything you want to say about your drawing, we certainly do have a little time for that.
Oh, mine is very self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think so too. Awesome. I love how they're all on the same page too, Tracy. Like if you just look at the whole page together, it's just like a little family or something. I don't know. No explanation needed.
Eaten now.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, mine, I mean, I sort of wanted the scorpion to like destroy the ice cream, but then I was like, or he could be wearing it like some sort of battle armor or something. So that's why there's like he's got like a scoop on his head and stuff. Anyway, I couldn't figure out what to do with the cone, so the cone is gone. As is the hand holding the cone. That's probably for the better. Does anyone else want to explain their funny drawing? I saw some pretty lovely stuff.
I just generally found this therapeutic. And so like I just thought it was like fun to be like to have one part of the bad brain actually stand up for the brain and destroy the other
Yeah.
part. So,
Absolutely.
I enjoyed
Not to
that.
mention that sandwich was probably delicious.
Yeah.
Things can be bad and good at the same time. Thank you. Anybody else before we sign off for tonight? You don't have to, but we have 2 minutes, so.
I just wish
Lovely.
that my bagel was bigger. That's all. But
Oh,
the
nice.
bagel is killing the. I don't know the ostrich. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not believing into it.
Or maybe he's
Can
Can you
wearing it.
hold it
Yeah.
up again? Paula?
Wearing it. Yeah.
Can you hold it up, Paula?
Oh yes. It's not. I was trying to make the bagel bigger, and I spent a huge amount of time trying to make a bagel, and it's still like, I don't know, this tiny. It's a work in progress.
Very much, yes. And that is accurate as well and totally fine. Yay, amazing. Well, yeah,
George, I'm not gonna be here next week because
Okay.
I'll be traveling, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you have time just to talk a little bit about your drawing health classes and how they work, because
Yeah.
I'm really curious in trying them out.
Okay, yeah, sure.